Hidup? Enggak hidup dia. Papet meninggal. Ini aja. Blade gua kena mental kayaknya itu.
The next destination, up to you.
They give me boots with the friendster.
Tenang. Damn.
The next destination, up to you.
It's up to you. Balon. Oh ini, astaga. Oh. Upper. Burp.
Now that's talent.
Enggak ada aja satu. Bless you. Nih stikernya kakek. Oh iya nih. Ya bohong gua ada. Bukannya. Apa ya? Nah. Oh ini. Enakah? Yeay.
Baru.
75. No. Gue tinggal belum
Kalian untuk kamu kenapa sih? Kenapa
sama
dia?
Kenapa?
Locang nggak hidup lagi.
Bagus, Koca. Lanjutkan. Lanjutkan. Daripada break gue kena ini mulu. Ih, sekali lagi.
It's not Blade that keeps getting hit by the gorilla. It's her that or he might go the one that gets hit by the gorilla.
Ah, ini. Ya berkumpullah kalian semua. Satu keluarga bahagia. Siapa yang oh ya, yang gue lupa. Samping gue yang pakai blade. Dikasih kredit gue.
Akhirnya lo jadi bukan penyanyi.
Jangan gitu. No.
Sekarang kamu harus beli akron. Enggak, ngepol akron.
Yang awal gue mainin ini lah. Ini siapa ya? Push. Oh, match 7? Enggak.
Ngapain ngenyur?
si Lynx. Nggak deh. Kayak gue belum pernah. Lu udah pernah ini bang? Have you done the simulated universe, the other one, the third one?
Oh yeah, the right one.
The next destination.
I don't know. But have you ever done it like literally after the story or something like that?
Yes.
Is it better than the swarm or what?
It's okay. Dikasih blade juga.
Huh.
Defend. Look at me. Lega ya lu, I will shank you.
Sabar dong. Bukan lega, sabar.
I will shank you.
Yo, bisa yo, empat. Dah.
Tapi kamu kayaknya bisa kayak satu level 2, 3.
Heraldor Newsflash. Good evening, Madam Herta fans. This is an urgent
Jet, ya
broadcast.
makanya ini gue lagi mainin.
The
Gue dari
Queen
kemarin
Madam
gak pernah mau
Herta,
mainin.
member 83 of the Genius Society,
Oh,
has
yeah,
been
you can
targeted
remind
in
them.
an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
Iya. Itu lagi. Gue lagi ngedukung lagunya si Tasalika coy biar ini jalan.
You know what I want to see? Is there somebody that has topaz? I want topaz. Give me topaz.
Ganti itu sama si itu Dotto Ratio kayak gitu, Topa sama Dotto Ratio.
Ya kalau ada topaz aku kayak dokter, come here. Okay, doctor. This gorilla needs surgery.
Surgery bang. This girl is some teaching.
No, forget that. Teach this monkey how to do math.
He's literally a bozo monkey.
Exactly, which is why he's gonna hit him with the top every time, and then the pillar.
Warnamu? Trailer karakter air. Warnamu?
Aku nanti nunggu deh.
Wait. I see her like the act in Honkai Star. Everything's Indonesia. Everything's Indonesia.
Akhirnya.
Chip.
Ah.
Gak chip. Oh, bentar. Sabar. Si kakek lagi sabar.
Depresi gue.
Oh shit.
Okay, game same base. Come on, give me.
Topas.
Give me topaz. Topaz. Hello. Himeko sama
Mr.
gue.
Spallum, this was a premeditated attack.
Game 1.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right.
Oh,
Which is precisely why we need her.
there's Ho-Ho.
The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack
Kakak.
was her.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
You know what? Better.
She's only
I got
just
something better.
woken up, dazed. She may need a few pointers.
Shut up, Dr. Ratio.
Ah, we cross paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
Miss Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Asta will explain it all to you.
Fuck you. Fuck you, gorilla. I'm about to
We
go ahead.
probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. The attack happened on a base outside the station, beyond the surveillance camera's range. She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some
Ah,
semblance
oh,
of competence,
Mandy,
but her
lambat
subordinates? Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity. Herta's aloof response to these juvenile provocations? Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me.
Literally katawa. He
Excuse me,
literally
you-
laughed. What
That's
the
why I wanted to see.
fuck?
What were you doing
Yeah,
the last time you
he
saw that
laughs.
puppet?
Yeah, I should have used Black Swan.
Don't play the fool. Think.
I think I was.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you?
I'm done. I just wanted to hear Black Swan.
Let me
go big.
describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there were some hints, then maybe.
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory is kind of hazy. What did I do after that? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't remember some of the details. Let me try to remember the conversation with Asta.
But... Yeah, flexing banget.
A curio that's
Yeah, let's give me
alive
something
but
good.
doesn't have a
Not
body.
like this!
Sorry, but nothing comes to mind.
Blade.
Maybe
I
the
don't have a
researchers at
blade.
the departments of
Blade.
ecology or
Who the
insight may
fuck
have an
uses
idea.
this?
Hinkle and are around here somewhere.
I think
I'd suggest you
but
ask
I
them.
don't have Jinglu too! So, Rusted Pepper...
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the departments of ecology and insight.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me. Curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx? Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos? Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios. Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day. I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta, too. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him. It was Adler was with Arlen. They were involved in some sort of incident.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
We're walking the dog.
Doggy.
We're having a walk.
Oh, doggy. Doggy. Doggy.
Like I said, we're walking the dog.
Doggy.
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be
Is there something you need?
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We're looking for him, too. Running straight to the scene on his own.
Anjing one.
No danger. Of course he's not in danger.
He is the danger.
Brother Arlen, I can't keep this up anymore.
Jadi, Kella.
Can you leave the talking to me next time?
Okay, so it's this thing, right? The duck thing.
Let's walk and
Yeah,
talk.
duck. So
Ducky.
we can.
Why are you looking for Adler?
What?
A
But this
lost
one,
curio.
you either
I see.
elephant.
He'll be able to help.
This one is also speed. This thing energy recharge.
Good thing that I do have speed and the gauges on that one, so probably I just need the fast.
Careful. The
Yeah,
fragmentum in this area is very
So,
unstable.
The substance priority that you need is effect hit rate.
Okay.
Yep, you have to affect hit rate, but it's also okay. Volume and then affect hit rate.
Network activated. Time for good old counter.
So what I need is affect hit rate.
The combat report will be ready soon.
Okay.
No, not this road. I didn't go there.
Over there. As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go.
Bocah, Pak. Mojak lu.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Ready for another? Network activated. Time for good old counter.
Survive
hadatan niya.
Network is activated. Time for good old counter.
Rip. He got no turn.
Peppy, are you okay?
He dead.
He barked.
Okay, one.
That's me. What's up?
She wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now. Oh, about that investigation I asked for.
You know.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later.
Hold on. Hold on.
Which curio do you want to know about?
I mean,
That's all you
the
got?
subset
Too
I like.
abstract.
The main stat. Easy.
Well, there's beauty in the abstract, I guess. Have you asked the Department of Ecology head?
No.
Wababu.
She's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right either.
Empat menit lagi. Yo, bisa, yo.
What did I say?
Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis, but it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what was the information I forgot? And from whom? Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something. Oh, right. Asta mentioned another name. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy. I need to remember the other person Asta mentioned.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind.
How's it going? Did you find the information you're after?
I see. Is that what Hinkle and think? At least that counts as a lead. See? My researchers are pretty outstanding. Anxious, me? Is it that obvious? After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts. Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts, but the researchers' disappearances have rattled them again. Yes, 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No exit logs, no traces, vanished.
Disappear.
People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want
Legion
panic to
of the
spread,
past,
so I
yeah.
suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret.
Kok gitu berarti besok update.
However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can like this.
Kenapa?
Gak apa-apa.
Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned
Tapi
someone's
besok
pulling strings to sway public opinion.
Aceron.
Iya, Sam. Gue udah siap.
Ya, itu mau udah
The most
deket
important thing
AM
is to get to the
mah.
bottom of the disappearances.
Kata Yankee.
That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Hertha with something already?
Dan kamu
Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing you mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve the problem for the space station.
Karena kita semua dapat.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle.
So.
The only thing I remember is that they're from the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to... Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Hey, what brings you here, Rich? It's been so long.
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay.
It's all taken care of. As long as the money's there, it's all good.
Oh udah.
Here's the
Gitu.
account you asked for. It's legit and secure, allowing you to connect straight to the intranet.
Sure. Can I help you with something?
Oh, you flatter me. I'm just a peddler doing a little business on the side. Small scale. Best left under the table. But if you ever make it big in the guild, don't forget your humble friend, okay?
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
Here too. My memories are just a jumbled mess of words. Did my memory piece together irrelevant information?
I mean, you are trash. You're in love with trash.
Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
I say, what a wonderfully intelligent-looking young lady.
Lah, mati lagi. Weh!
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay.
No need to be modest. At my age, you get a feel for intelligence. Though I confess I did hear someone say you were the shining star of the Department of Insight.
Intense spamming.
Can I help you with something?
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger, and my eyesight is failing. Do you think you can...
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
Oh, another smart-looking youngster. Wonderful. It's about time we had some new recruits.
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. Isn't the Department of Ecology full of curio experts? That's got nothing to do with the Department of Insight. However, I've heard of such a species. A colleague who came back from a business trip said that the Cianjo Alliance has life forms like that. Don't get me wrong, I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you. The atmosphere on the space station has been getting stranger lately. It's risky taking sides.
The Cianjo species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The disappearances Asta mentioned are likely related to Arlen's investigations too. Now I should be able to tie everything together. The Cianjo species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired...
I got a spoiler for the banner that's coming. And I think we are safe for now.
I figured you'd come to me to uncover the truth.
Literally the only one
I'm
that I want
sorry.
is Arlequin.
The situation is very delicate. I can't say anything except that it's a secret mission.
Okay, so this.
Just as I thought, I vaguely remember that Arlen said more. It's related to the thing I
Go,
forgot.
baby!
Bubuk.
Bro don't suppose. Cause bro just knows.
Bubuk.
I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. I can't say anything except that it's a secret mission. Well, how did you know? I see. Could you also tell that Lady Asta was feeling the pressure? I'll be honest with you. It's been tough. The surveillance didn't capture anything regarding the researcher's disappearance. There's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances occurred. That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. When we made visits to the scenes, some of the witness testimony seemed to agree with this. The words they used were spontaneous combustion of the human body.
Have you asked the Department of Ecology head? She's not wrong. Huh? What did I... She's not wrong. That's right! They're called Heliobi. I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Both are types of energy life form. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis, but it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That is most likely the truth. I need to go over it from the start.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces.
I think she mentioned if only there were some hints.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an energy life form. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it. That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the Genius Society. Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio, after which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
You're gonna have a debate with him.
Affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
And he is brutal.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the
Kamu nanti
IPC
itu
shuttle
akan-
in 4 system hours.
akan argu sama
But
dia
as it
and be
stands,
like,
not a
"Sit the
single
fuck
soul
down."
can corroborate her
Basically
story.
like, learn your place.
Mr.
I have to
Ratio,
teach you.
your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies, it's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help us reach the truth.
Ya. Itu sama gitu nggak sih?
If she is truly innocent, she can clear her name with answers.
Have fun.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection, an endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio itself.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
Not that one. Wait, I kind of forget. Never mind.
I remember now. Back then.
Ya.
And
Gel.
sama Pak Gede.
Kok?
That's enough pretending. Please be quiet.
I told you.
And the assignment
He
involves a
shut you
curious
down.
collection, an endless trove of trinkets and baubles.
I
And
think
yet,
it's like
she singles out
you're telling
one
him that
nameless ordinary curio. It's hard for me to imagine
Let me-
she would
let me see.
treasure one curio so much.
Nope. Try this one.
I remember now.
No, back.
That's enough. Herta's collection, an endless. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you, and the assignment involves a curio that.
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. We were talking about something else, and she just mentioned it in passing. However, she did give a thorough description of the curio. I didn't make that up.
True. You wouldn't be able to make that up.
Why do I feel like I'm being looked down on?
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection, an endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
Sure, but you're the one saying the curio in question is ordinary.
Say what you want to say.
A correct observation, if I may add.
Herta's collection, an endless trove
Okay.
of trinkets and baubles. And yet,
Yeah.
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius. Affirmation. It holds some special meaning to Herta.
yes, that seems logically sound. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio. However, she decided to hold her tongue until now? So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion and cause great internal strife.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be linked to the space station, but would still share the IPC's position. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. Two birds with one stone. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. Don't know the location. Isn't that the same as missing?
She did say that. But then what? You need to provide evidence to show incidents are linked.
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when he was investigating the disappearances. The space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened. Arlen mentioned that each victim disappeared due to spontaneous combustion.
Huh. But there are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance. This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases are linked.
If these two incidents were caused by the same person, then the suspicion put on you would decrease, provided that this fire suppression record does exist in the system.
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go. Huh? What was that?
Dua. Oh, kagak Astanya meninggal.
Harrider News Flash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction.
Bapak kan mati.
I was so excited for you! I was so excited for you! Only for you to be killed off screen later on!
Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will
I
find.
hate you now, shut up, you're dead. You turned into relics.
Kasih kakek.
A declaration of war and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains,
Pas ketemu langsung kayak,
and the
"Help, you're
Annihilation
dead."
Gang is already paying a visit. It almost seems like this space
Yeah,
station is
shut up,
more
you're dead,
suited for
man.
the path of destruction than
Literally,
erudition.
not figuratively.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from
Oh
Victoria,
yeah, his
a
name
world
is
long since
Ifrit.
destroyed. His
Yeah.
race, the ever-burning fire demons,
Yeah,
regard
I hate
Nanook
it.
as their emperor and savior, but the Eon has never cast their gaze upon them.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than
So,
one might see in a
I
child
think
who
what they're setting up is
deliberately
that
broke a vase.
we killed, Acheron killed
The
Duke.
fire demons have a
There was never
cruel
mention of the
temper
of his
and
children.
instinctively
So
ignite
I
and
think we're
destroy
gonna be his
items.
children.
Ifrit
Which
is
is like,
particularly evil
Okay,
and
but
cruel,
at the same time,
even among
I'm
his kin.
disappointed.
Ada
The
seperti
Everflame
akal.
mansion he
I
has
want
is
the
evil,
big boy!
enemy of the Japella Brotherhood, despite both groups belonging to the Annihilation Gang.
Japella Brotherhood. I've heard that name somewhere.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown by the day ever since.
Kan gue buta, ngapain suruh gue lihat?
Merely a
Sabar, gue
coincidence.
lagi benerin kacamata gue.
Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, it's as routine as me finding fault in everything. The disappearance of researchers and the puppet were all part of the plan. And after that video will soon circulate. And this station's fate? Flames. Nothing but flames.
The destruction of trust.
I'm afraid more than trust will be destroyed here. You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me. You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we set the two of them loose, turning whispered fears into full-blown pandemonium?
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can. Please, investigate the issue
I
quickly.
didn't realize it until I see it. He ain't a bullet. He ain't a bullet!
The next destination? Up to you.
The next destination is up to you. Panjang bunda. Oh Allah. Siapa sih ini? Gila satu lagi.
Not good. This is serious. The security department will do whatever we can to help you.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't find anything odd. The Annihilation Gang are a group of die-hard thugs. They might be attacking indiscriminately.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Okay.
Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and tell them you want to know the relationship between these people. I don't know. That depends on your friend.
Oh, Dep, udah riset ini.
Nanti.
I mean, I can just do it now, but.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of Ecology, if you would be so kind.
He disappeared too.
Hah?
Itu apaan tuh sih? What do I kentang sama sayang?
I didn't really notice at first. Adler's difficult to get a hold of at the best of times.
Yeah.
But it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. Even the surveillance cameras can't find any trace. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wen Sherling from the Department of Implement Arts.
Either way, he said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confer his knowledge. Intriguing and frustrating, to say the least. If his disappearance is also related to the case here, then maybe he really did stumble upon something important.
True. The key words that got Adler thinking were energy, life forms. Duke Inferno is also an energy life form. Coincidence?
He's dead.
We need to investigate this.
What should you investigate on someone who already dead? Dang! Need your help. Need your help. What is it? Apa tuh kipono? Ipit. Ipit. Wait for my contact. You should pick up for yourself. Well then, my guy, I don't need to wait for your contact. I gotta put you in the team. Mana tuh bocah? Ya, gepeng pak, gepeng. Gepeng. Ah, ini. Nah, 2.
Aku tau gak, aku saat aku taruhin kasih tunjukin Tesalika mengenai ini, aku kayak ambil iseng.
Jerk!
Tapi kayak saat aku liatin,
Fine! Disappear! I don't ever want to see your face again! Adler, he disappeared! He's been acting really weird recently. Always researching stuff like spontaneous combustion, supernatural activities. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him. He was talking to himself.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase.
Again.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, he was reading this booklet the last time I saw him. I don't know exactly what he's searching for, but I hope it can help you.
Lu pakai VPN?
couple banget ini ya. I mean, is it a couple? I don't know. Karena gini, look, my team is Lancelot, I'm Odette, and then Hanabi, and Hayabusa, and then the third wheel is San Wukong.
Wukong literally kata aku semuanya. Apa tuh?
Your countenance suggests tragedy. So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few Genius Society members. I'd say it contains some interesting information. It's time to go back and chat with Lady Asta and Mr. Screwlam.
Dangeng! What do you mean?
You're there. I can see you.
Is it finally? Is it finally? Oh, it's the final countdown. It's finally here.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely
Apa dia yang
managed
lain?
to stop the video
Bingung
from
gak lu?
spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now.
Aduh, gak
How
ada
are
nonton
things
tapi
with
ada
you?
yang live. Bingung gak lu?
Less than promising.
Hah?
Or to use a
Nando!
different phrase,
The ghost of YouTube.
we're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected, there are 3 avenues we can explore. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
Adler also.
You think that Adler's discovery drew the enemy's attention?
Indeed, and I already know what he found. First, the next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be.
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their background would indicate they share no commonalities. However, after browsing through their online records, you discovered they all wield influence on the space station's dark web. Lady Asta must know what this means. The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion. You probably already know about this. The fire demon of Fatora, the Duke of the Annihilation Gang. There is another secret with Ifrit. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno. During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, some testify to seeing miscreants materialize from the Inferno.
What the?
I did most of
It's
the
the
kill.
great tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property, and this property is the secret behind spontaneous human combustion. Look, the answer is
Astaga naga. Baru 1 dari 2.
this booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind.
It's the phase flame, the creation of member number 29, Sir Kal. She was an amazing genius. Intelligent, kind, and humble.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure she is
However, she
humble?
lived for a mere 29 days on the
She's
human
deadly.
calendar.
Everyone's deadly.
Such a pity.
I don't trust this world.
I don't trust this game.
Shifted into a different phase as soon as it was created. When it returned to this phase, Sir Kal had already passed away. It then continued to shift through phases, making its capture impossible.
This booklet describes a kind of the kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it.
Somebody was once able to glimpse the traces of the phase flame and obtained a wisp of its kindling. Herta kept it and lent it to Ron May for her research, but the kindling was lost in the process. If Ifrit is a scion of the phase flame, then the entire incident is now clear as day.
The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. Undoubtedly, the curio Herta asked to find was the phase flame. And Adler already discovered the relationship between spontaneous human combustion and the phase flame through the concept of energy life forms. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand. So the answer is...
Tenuous connections. Enough of this nonsense. I fear that this is the kindling of this unique flame. Must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for. And
I understand.
tenuous connect. The kindling of this booklet describes a kind of fire that can
I understand.
tenuous connect. This booklet does I fear that this booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind.
I understand.
Tenuous this booklet describes the kindling of this unique flame. Must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it.
I understand.
Tenuous the kindling of this unique flame. Must be
Emang gini weh. Emang.
tenuous kindling of this. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. This booklet describes a kind of fire.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. This book, the kindling of this unique flame. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous I fear that this booklet I fear that this I fear that this is the truth Adler. When Sherling said, Adler kept muttering about a phrase before he disappeared. I believe this word was actually phase. He saw Member 29 Sir Call's research topic in this booklet and verified his hypothesis. As a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit too ambitious for him, but teleportation, that's likely more his speed.
Yes, birds.
That is the truth of the spontaneous human combustion. The researchers didn't disappear. They were moved. We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan is now clear. And the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for chaos to fester. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis from the dark into the light, catalyzing it into new growth and bloom. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
Untung aja. Si Zilo kan bibir.
Oh.
Indeed.
Ini ya sekarang itu lagi update ya. Oh data, oke.
What do you mean?
What do you
If you
mean?
limit your involvement to
Oh,
this,
hey.
there's still room for excuses.
Nice.
If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
She did.
She did.
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger.
She did.
No, yeah,
Based on
no,
first-hand
she's
experience,
actually teleported.
I have ascertained
I don't
that
know where.
Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase
Primordial
shiftability.
sea, mata.
Logic. Asta is still within the confines of the space station.
Apa sih anjing?
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it, and we'll find a way to bring her back.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is charming in its own way. Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers. When the fire fizzles out, his malevolent plans will vanish without a trace.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it to block the fire's teleportation routes and seal it inside the station. Mr. Ratio, please go with Miss Trailblazer and contain the fire.
Why me? Me doesn't wanna.
Because you're the protagonist.
How's about the ratio? I don't want you. Yeah. Ah, Shibal. I don't care. I bring down hang bodo amat ka peduli.
Cewek tapi biru. Cewek.
Yet another journey with you, Imbibiter Lune.
Shut up.
Bikin tikus.
Infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire. See? It's still in the space station. Like Scroom said, it cannot escape from here. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it to the death. Resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance.
So that means no splash, no night tide, no scales, mermaids are real, and sadly, no Stephen Chow's liver pig, though if I hadn't put that building would have been station at first one. We also including the other films or films that we have multiple fairy tales, one narrative, another the vast, no decay, or productions, short films, or TV shows, but we're all about
more.
Things the movie shop for about 20 cents. Most people's apartments are backyards. This is a very, very dangerous that I make this one.
Yang upload yang tadi di IG, Facebook sama TikTok kamu.
IG dan TikToknya.
This has nothing to do with you.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore.
The script is bad, the acting is bad, the audio is really bad. There's very little in the way of production value. You'll never see Kingdom or anything like that. You just get a couple quick glimpses of a mermaid costume right at the beginning. And it does look pretty good, but they only worked on it for a few years at a time, so I'm guessing it wasn't as functional as they hoped. Instead, the camera follows the mermaid's perspective as she comes in closer to her outline in the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, and you're shown that's clearly about 10 feet below the surface. Even though I don't mean to mean this movie, it's not a disaster. It has redeeming qualities when you look hard enough. The shot compositions are pretty. This guy's performances are bad. And mostly got a really great sound.
What
The songs are all original.
is your goal?
There's one at the end called Rocket Ship that's got to be.
Seems like this chase is about to end.
Otherwise, it's definitely good done, but please do not.
This is abuse of a child. Savior abuse. Savior abuse Melissa. Oh, the Sienna and
Grace.
Yan juga dibully.
Lol.
Yan bully Melissa.
Lol.
I'm about to hold it right here right now.
It's over.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessings of destruction already lie at their feet.
Melissa di salah rumah, dia tuh sampai sama Nathan adalah Xavier.
Legion was unable to cleanse this place. I will acknowledge my brashness. For now. But next time,
What cut?
expect
I don't have a good feet.
intermediaries. I will come to personally offer you the demise of your sins with infernal fire.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire. Oh? No. Hold on. theatrics have stalled. Let's have it.
All will be swept away by the wind.
The dead return! Blood cleansing track. So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts. The dead return! Blood cleansing track. Trust. Freedom. Knowledge, the measure of truth.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Good work. You did very well. Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them, but they are otherwise fine. Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, madam. But there is one mystery that remains unsolved. And that is something I must deal with myself. I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the space station beneath your concern?
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwman. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake, affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation Gang's modus operandi. Logic, a third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Scribble. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure. I can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that fools grasp how to pick themselves up. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, the space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
it is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Ah, udah. Udah semua.